we will be covering the storms here in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, and Omaha over the next few hours. So, we'll see how these storms end up doing in the environment that they are in. They are in a very favorable environment for supercells and big tornadoes. So, you can tell there's the couplet for the rotation. Okay, that's not on the ground. So those tornadoes up there aren't on the ground, but the one here in, I believe, Wilburton. Oh, did this one? Oh, this one ended up rising, but there was, for a period of time where it was on the ground, you can still see the velocity there, but it did end up dying down. So there's nothing there. Let's look at. Okay, so this is the next one that we'll have to watch. That will be potentially really bad, or has the potential for strong tornadoes. So I don't think that's. Hi, Allie. I think the tornado is right here. Oh, we just got a new. Okay. So here's the rotation. Yep, so this tornado is on the ground. This is going to be a pretty dangerous situation here. So if you're in this triangle, anywhere in here, take shelter. It is moving northeast. I believe this tornado is becoming really strong. You can see the inflow. Sucking in a whole bunch of air up there. It's rotating quite fast. The velocity is there. And there is a debris ball. So if you're in this general area, this tornado is moving towards Flute Springs, Lion Switch, Rocky Mountain, Dry Creek, Greasy. If you're anywhere in there, get to shelter before the tornado ends up getting to you, because this is going to be a strong, dangerous tornado. So, just make sure that you are in your safe spot and that you are paying attention to the weather, and you got radars, apps, anything, just to alert you what is going on, and whether or not it's still on the ground. Wow, there's already winds picking up at 117 miles per hour. So this is definitely a dangerous tornado here. Yeah, this tornado is just growing. Yikes. That's a big debris ball. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that at all. It's not good. yeah, so once again, this tornado is moving towards the north side of Lions Switch. You will be getting hit pretty soon here. So if you live in Lions Switch, make sure you are in a shelter. Make sure you are underground. If you're not underground, or if you're in a mobile home, make sure you are trying to find somewhere to be underground or in that general area. Just make sure you're being careful, especially I'm gonna outline just where I think where the worst hazard will be. So if you're anywhere in that blue box here, make sure you are in a shelter. Make sure you are ready and prepared for this storm, because this is going to be a bad storm. So velocity is still there. Still there. Okay, so the debris ball seems to be lightening up, but the debris ball is still pretty big. So, just once again, make sure you're in a basement or interior room in your house or wherever you live. Just make sure you are in a safe spot. You can tell that there's a lot of inflow coming into this storm. You can see the hook. Velocities are, wow. Yeah, so the velocities are growing. Yep, so the debris ball is still growing again. The velocity is still growing. Yeah, this isn't good. Once again, looks like Lions Switch will take a direct hit, and after that it'll hit Zion, Stillwell, and Fairfield. Make sure you are taking shelter, as this is a very dangerous situation. So where is this at actually? Where am I looking at? Oklahoma. So we got, so it looks like they have found a second area rotation up here to issue tornado warning here, but what we want to focus on is here. You can still see the rotation there. There's the debris ball. Lions Switch, you got about I would say probably about a minute to get everything you need. I would say even probably 30 seconds. You should probably get underground or try to get underground as soon as possible, like right now. It's a dangerous situation up there, so just make sure that you guys are safe. Oh, this looks pretty bad. So, you got an old-fashioned hook here, so not old-fashioned. You got like a normal hook here, so you got a deep inflow into this. You got a deep inflow into the storm. Velocities are velocity is pretty strong. Gee. It does not look like there's a debris ball, but the storm does look like it is growing. So, yeah. So here's the hook. You can tell because it's got like it almost looks like a fishing hook. So, that's how you can always tell if there's a tornado or not. Doesn't have to be on the ground, but if there's a hook, that indicates a tornado or formation of a tornado. We'll look back at the one, and this is okay. So the tornado right now is in Lion Switch. So Lion Switch, if you're anywhere in here, this circle right here that I'm shading around, make sure you are in a shelter or anywhere behind that. This tornado warning includes Westville, Lincoln, Peavine, Fairfield, Stillwell, Salem, Cherry Tree, Lion Switch. If you're anywhere in there, make sure you are taking shelter and you are aware of what is going on. Alright, let's go to the tornado up here. We'll just check in on this tornado. I'm just curious. So, oh dang. The velocity seems to be pretty strong. I wouldn't be surprised if this tornado tries to drop. You can see where the inflow is coming in from, because the high winds down here indicate that the inflow is circling up and in. So it's not normally a good sign when you get that good of an inflow. But if you are anywhere in Lowry City, or Tightwad or Warsaw, make sure you are in a basement or a interior room or building of your house. Look back at the one here. This tornado is probably now passing Lion Switch. So, yeah, so this tornado is still on the ground. It does not seem to be very strong, but it is still on the ground, I believe. So, just make sure you are paying attention to the weather there, and make sure you're paying attention. So, if there's any new updates on the storms, I will look at them. Let's check back up with this one. So, the hook isn't really there anymore. The reflectivity, yeah, you can't really see it there. I don't see much rotation besides from here. The only place where I see possible rotation is here, which would make sense. So, I'm having a real hard time. I don't think that tornado's on the ground, but just take shelter though if you're in that tornado warning, because that's what you're supposed to do anyway. But I'm not too sure on that. We'll look at I'll get the severe thunderstorm warning up here. See, so it does look like there's an inflow right here. If there would be a tornado anywhere in here, it would probably be somewhere around here. I don't think that there will be one, but if there is, it'll be somewhere in that circle. I just kind of want to check this out randomly. I'm just going to look at it. Okay, so this tornado still has its rotation. Can't really see the hook anymore. It's kind of a little hard to see. It looks like the tornado has dissipated. My guess, though, is it's still got a pretty solid inflow. I don't know. I can't tell if it'll regenerate and spawn a new one or what, but hopefully it won't. So, it's really it. That's what I wanted to talk about. But we'll look at the future we'll look at the future radar. So we can tell that there are, the supercells behind the storm. You got a few in front, I believe. Yeah, you got one here. So we'll move this forward. It does appear that these do weaken out closer to 9, 10, but then they grow and they hit St. Louis, Little Rock, and it does appear that they do dissipate pretty far in there. So, hopefully they can stay safe. Hopefully the people in the path of these potential tornadoes are safe, and if there's anything else that happens later, I'll let you know.